Hello. So, I'm aware, as per usual, it's been a while, but I'm here, I'm back, and I should introduce myself. I am Proma. I have officially graduated. I'm a senior. I'm no longer a senior, actually. So I've mentioned in my other videos that I've moved around quite a bit. So yeah, I moved to North Carolina right before my senior year. It's been tough. The reason I say all of this is because this video is actually just my departing thoughts on high school. I have written them down in my planner, which is over here. My planner, it's pretty empty right now, but anyways, thoughts on high school. It's a wild ride. It's been a journey. I am not a person who will say that high school was enjoyable. I did not enjoy it at all, really. I'll tell you guys what my favorite part about high school was. I really liked most of my teachers, honestly. They were some of the best people I've ever met in my very short 17 years of life, but they've genuinely been extremely kind to me, and I really appreciate the teachers and a lot of the people, not really students, but like the adults that have helped me get to where I am now, which is not really anywhere yet, but I'm working on it, so I think I have time. So my first point that I did write down, I wrote this down 5 minutes before I started filming, is be nice to your teachers. Yes, you get letters of recommendation, which is really important to some schools, especially if you're applying to Ivy Leagues. I personally didn't apply to Ivy Leagues. I didn't need, none of my schools, well, a couple of them that I did apply to required teacher recommendations, but it's not why I say this. I genuinely really again appreciated a lot of my teachers, so just be kind to them. They're doing a really hard job, and it's really important to be respectful to people who are trying to help you. Obviously, I acknowledge there are some pretty bad teachers. I've had a couple of them myself. It's hard to be respectful sometimes, and I'm aware of that, but do your best. It's not, high school goes by pretty quickly, honestly. I don't remember anything. The entirety of my junior year, which was actually one of my best years of high school that I remember, I don't remember. You know what I mean? I don't remember it. Anyways, my second point, I've mentioned I did not enjoy many of the students, children, kids, peers, whatever you want to call them. Didn't enjoy them that much. So my second point is some friendships don't last. You might be a freshman now and you might think, wow, this friendship's gonna be forever, we're gonna be lifelong friends. And yes, you totally might be, but it's important to acknowledge that you might not, and it's hard acknowledging that, and you guys might hate me, the very few of you who know me, but it's a really hard realization to have that maybe you guys aren't gonna be friends. Maybe you will. It could end really badly, or you guys could just grow apart. I mean, I don't want to put this so publicly out there, but I guess I will, because I doubt that many people are gonna watch this. My best friend and I, we ended pretty badly, had a huge fight, and I'm not gonna talk about it because it's kind of personal, because it was bad, but just be aware, not all friendships will last, and that's okay. College isn't for everyone either, but most likely if you are going to college, you're going to meet friends, and if you're going straight into the workforce, you're still going to make friends. Life isn't just the little 4 years of high school. You are going to be fine, and I know that sounds so stupid from this little tiny baby 17-year-old who just graduated literally last Friday, but in my experience, you're gonna be fine. Another thing, Be open to experiences in high school. I mean, I personally, I joined a lot of clubs. I enjoyed my time in them. I joined Girl Up, which wasn't actually like a good club, but that was mostly because of the leader. I mean, the club I was most active in was GSA, or Gay Straight Alliance, and I was president at some time, and it was so great. I really, really enjoyed it. Again, not for just the like things you're gonna write in your college application, but like it's genuinely just really fun to be in a club with people with similar interests. So highly recommend that. I guess I kind of talked about this, but my next point was not all of this matters, and it really doesn't. And when I say that, I mean that like some of the friendships that you're gonna make, they're really out of there because of convenience. Let's be real, you needed homework, this person's smart, you guys are friends, let's get that homework. Other times you're gonna be that person who's giving out that homework. I was that person for a really long time. So guess what? My camera stopped recording for a little bit after some point, so I'm gonna just restate a couple of the stuff that I already mentioned, but you won't know that because I am recording this again. Not all of this matters. You will be fine. Like, this kind of goes in hand with another one of my points that's coming up later, but your grades will not always matter. They just won't. Some friendships aren't gonna always matter, and that's okay too. Like, high school is just a tiny little bubble, and there's so much to life outside of high school that you can't spend so much time stressing over it. You're gonna be fine. Anyways, next point. Like, actually study. That's literally what I wrote. Like, actually study. I personally really, really enjoy learning. I don't like the educational system, but I really enjoy expanding my brain. Which is a really stupid way to say it, but my point is, I like studying. I know that it's not an easy thing to do, to study, but what I found that has helped me kind of get into like the actual mindset of studying is learn to enjoy studying, learn to enjoy learning. It's not as simple as it sounds, obviously, like nothing is as simple as it sounds, but my point is, if you learn that expanding your knowledge of things is fun, you are gonna have such a better time studying, even for things you don't like. That's kind of a lie, but not really. Like, I personally am so bad at math, so bad at calculus, so bad at science, but I'm going into neuroscience, so what does that say about me, you know? I have to take so much chemistry. It's fine. I'm gonna be fine though, because I'm going to learn how to study. There's a bug in here. I'm sorry, it's bothering me. Learn to love learning. Nice. Yeah, so what I do, I'm gonna make a separate video on how I personally study. You guys don't know me, so you guys don't really even know what I'm like. I didn't get into an Ivy League school. I didn't apply. It's not for me, but I mean, I think I did rather well in terms of everything, in terms of my experiences in life, moving around so much. It's not easy considering my graduation requirements changed so last minute, but I did it, and you're gonna do it too. You are going to be fine. Just study. My next point, my notebook's here, so that's why I'm looking down all the time. Being social really is not everything. I mean, it may seem like it is, but it's not. Like, if you don't get invited to parties all the time, it's fine. You're gonna be fine. Having a giant group of friends makes absolutely no difference if you don't trust any of them. It does not matter if you have 100+ friends. If you don't like them, actually like them, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. It really does not. So being social and being like cool does not matter. I don't even know who I'm making this video for at this point. I know I sound like a loser, but like, not to brag or anything, but like, I'm so cool. I'm like amazing. But my point is, you're gonna be fine if you don't have billions of friends and if you don't get invited to parties. It's not a big deal. You'll have time for that later on. And I know there's people who's like, oh, but what if there isn't a later on? There's always a later on. You're gonna be fine if you don't get invited to things all the time. You're gonna be fine if you're not popular. It's not that big of a deal. Hashtag chill. My next point, I mean, it's kind of like my other point, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but bad grades won't always matter. You might have a bad grade that affects your quarter grade, your semester, or even your final, but guess what? It won't always matter because we are so small in this giant universe. I know I sound so stupid, again, as a 17-year-old baby, but seriously, like, at least I know that now, because I used to cry over bad grades, like full on sob. But in the 4 years you're in high school, that one fail, it's not gonna matter. It really isn't. And learning to fail, like my world history teacher did this to us, like we all did really horrible, like this is sophomore year. She failed all of us, not on purpose, like just because all of us did not do good. I emailed her, I was like, excuse me, I have never failed at anything in my entire life, what is this? And I think her response was like, you need to learn how to fail. I was like, excuse me? But like, it's honestly so true. Like, you need to know what it's like to fail, because the thing about failure isn't that it's there forever. You will bounce back from it, and I did really well. It was AP Human, oh my god, I'm sorry, I took AP Human Geography this year, so I keep thinking about it, but AP World History, it is one of my favorite classes to date. It is, I mean, partly because of the teacher, but like, it was such a good class and I learned so much, but it was an extremely difficult class as a sophomore because it was the first year I was taking APs, and I took AP Chem along with it. Did horrible, don't worry, don't take AP Chem before taking actual chemistry. Anyways, my point is, failing is okay. You will bounce back. My next point is my final point too. Make time for your passion. I've mentioned in my other videos, I really enjoy drawing and art and creating because I'm a creative person. But no, seriously, I really enjoy art, drawing and stuff. So one thing I didn't do, and I recommend you guys do, is making time for your passion, because in the future, if you want to do what you do right now as your passion, as a side job or side hustle or just something you like to do to keep you sane, learning how to manage your time in order to do that thing, along with work that you'll have later in your life while you're still in school, will be so greatly beneficial to you. Like, I personally haven't experienced this yet because, again, I'm a baby, but learning how to manage your time early on will definitely help you in your future. Like, I know teachers are always like, you need to learn how to manage your time, but like, honestly, like, you don't right now. Like, if you're in high school, you can procrastinate and you can be fine. Like, that's the truth of things. But they are right if they say it'll help you in the future, because managing time in the future is going to be a lot more hard if you don't have that experience doing so now. So learning how to make time for your passion now, super beneficial. So that was my last point, as I said, final points. Anyway, so these are my, departing thoughts on high school and advice, I guess. If you guys have any questions about anything I said, or just questions about high school, I went to an American high school for all 4 years, albeit I went to 2 different high schools. Just comment it, or you can go on my Instagram and DM me or email me. Honestly, I don't care. I'm so open to talking to people as long as you're not creepy. So yeah, just if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's all, I think. Thank you for listening to me. Bye, children.